Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today. I thought I'd come out today and try something I've wanted to do for a while, and that's try a pit oven or earth oven or dug oven, whatever you want to call it really. So I'm going to dig a hole in the ground, going to line it with stones, going to light a fire in there, going to take out any ashes, going to wrap some pork. I think it's something like pork pibli or pig pibil, it's like a Mexican type pork. Wrap it in leaves, bury it, and leave it for a few hours. So this is one of the oldest forms of cooking really. This is kind of where barbecue originates really. It's been practiced all over the world, but more recently just in Central America and Pacific Islands really, for big hog roasts and stuff. So let's get going. So now I've dug out this hole, it's at least kind of 4 times the size of the chunk of meat that's going inside. I'm going to line it with these stones. Being in Kent, there's generally only chalk and flint around, so I've been bringing these up one at a time every time I come up to the woodland here. So yeah, just going to stick them in and then light the fire. Okay, so I just got a few things to marinate the pork in. Got a chili, got some garlic, lime, and the achiote, which is from like a bean or something. Gives that red flavouring. It's quite peppery, I believe. I got this a while ago from an online Mexican supermarket, and yeah, it's about time I got around to using it. It's a little bit thick, this knife, for cutting garlic. Now that's mixed up, I'm going to take my pork, give it a bit of a marinade. I'll come back to that shortly. Right, so as I said before, I'm going to wrap this in some leaves. I've got these burdock leaves. I've given them a bit of a rinse. Fire should take care of the rest really. Okay, start with quite a big one here. Afraid I don't have any palm leaves or banana leaves or anything like that. Have to keep it kind of realistic to where we are. So there's our pork, and we're going to wrap this as best we can. another big one here. This one's a little bit tatty, not that it matters. We're at the end of summer here, so they're getting a little bit eaten and rotting away a little bit. Okay. It's not like it has to be airtight or anything like that. Go. And just to keep it together, I'm just going to use this twine. There we go, there's our little pork parcel. So now we're ready for the next step. So we're pretty much done with the fire here. Just have to dig out these coals. It's been about 2 hours this fire's been burning while I've been building my shelter. And I'm just going to use the same entrenchment tool as I used before to dig out the hole. So there you can see that I'm down to the rocks. Just zoom in a bit there. Doesn't matter if there's a little bit of ash and that in there. And just to be relatively quick here, so we're going to put it in our pork parcel. You can hear that sizzling straight away. Just going to move my stones over a bit. Ideally like one on top of the pork parcel. There we go, that should kind of do it. Now I'm just going to shovel some of these coals back in around it. Right, and then I'm going to put some moss on here. Not wanting for moss really, there's loads around here. See that smoke coming through. Now finally, I'm just going to bury this back over. So as far as I can see, there's no smoke really escaping from the pit oven here. The heat hasn't got through yet to the top here. So now all I've got to do is wait about 4 hours, I reckon. There's a bit of a guesstimate from never doing this before, and you won't have to wait any time at all. Well, it's been 5 hours I make it, so it's feeling a bit warm on the mound here. I think it's time to dig it up. I can't really wait any longer. It's been a long day, so let's get this thing up. See the smoke coming out now. So here it is. I think it's time to have a look in here. Just cut away this twine. You know, I can smell it already. It's smelling very pulled pork like. Okay, so a bit of a tenderness test here. Oh, would you look at that? Would you? It's like perfect. To say I'm happy would be an understatement. Alright, so I've got a plate here with a roll. Which I did not bake today. Actually, look at that, it just falls apart. Make sure I get a little bit of that crust there with the spice on. There you go, would you look at that? Straight out of the ground. So I'm just going to give this a taste now. Straight out of the ground. Need to try some of the pork on its own. So you can have a little look at it. Really good. Excuse me. Yeah, it's really good. I think next time I would maybe inject it or leave it to soak before the night before or something, just to make sure it's properly moist. Or even pour a little water in there with it as well, and you'll get a bit of a braise, a bit of a steam in there. But that is very much more than edible. Just need some cream corn and some coleslaw. Well, I'd definitely say this has been a success. Very happy with that. Hope you found it interesting. If you have, maybe you'd like some of my other videos, I'll put some up on the screen now. But thanks for joining me for this experiment, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.